And hello there. How's it going?
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to a random recording that we just kind of started and don't know what we're doing. So, we're here in our new podcast studio that just recently came to be. And we have these beautiful microphones. If you're watching the video, you can see that we have some great stuff. And our voices sound really nice. If you compare this to my normal sound quality, it's pretty gorgeous. I mean, my normal sound quality is good, but like this is like top of the line. These microphones. Do you know how much these microphones cost?
More than I make in ever.
Yeah, I mean they're $400. They're $450 on Amazon, I think, right now, and that includes like this, or maybe $500. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. They're gorgeous sounding. They're amazing. These are the top of the line broadcast microphones from Electro Voice to the R something 20s, R H20s. I don't know. I don't know the number. I usually use an AT2020. Which is an Audio-Technica microphone, so you can't really compare the Electro Voice and the Audio-Technica because they're completely different. Yeah, microphones are cool. I'm obsessed. I'm a little bit of an audiophile. I don't know about you. I mean, you do video work, and
I like music.
Yeah, there you go. Music works. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, we took like, how long? How long did we take just listening to random things?
What time is it?
It's 4:40.
About an hour.
Yeah. We've been here for like an hour just listening to random things. We're just now
starting to record.
We're just now.
We still don't even know what we're going to talk
about. Yeah. Leave in the comments what you think we should talk about, because that's how this works.
Yep.
We'll read the comments live. No, not really.
I'm Zephyr. This is Knarfy.
Yeah. This is a great time. You've seen us before in a couple videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're cool.
Ish.
Something I did want to talk about, something that we addressed in the big long podcast video, was the PETA event. The event with PETA.
Oh boy.
Yeah, controversial for sure.
Fun fact, the CIA classifies PETA as a terrorist organization.
Do they really?
Several of the groups that PETA supports and that support PETA are classified as hate and terror groups by Southern Poverty Law Center.
Oh, wow. Well, that's great. Thanks, PETA.
Yeah.
If you don't know,
PETA's awful. They have their kill rate is 97%. So all of the animals they rescue, 97% of those end up getting put down.
Oh, that's...
That's
brutal. Like, if you guys don't know what happened with PETA, it was Steve Irwin's birthday, and of course, everyone knows Steve Irwin did a lot of great stuff for animals, amazing stuff. He's an amazing human being. His wife and his kids are still doing stuff.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Like, they're an amazing family. Steve Irwin did such amazing work, and PETA called out Steve Irwin on Twitter, saying like, "Oh yeah, he did terrible things for animals, and like he captured things and like was keeping them against their will," and it's just like, PETA, come on, calm down.
Nobody likes PETA.
No one likes PETA, and especially after that event.
They're awful.
They are. They're really terrible.
Yeah, no.
And I
think they deleted the tweet, actually.
They probably did. Never mind then. Let's.
I'll
if you want to look it up.
It's definitely on Reddit.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, but that was a brutal situation. Honestly, I feel like that was completely unnecessary. I feel like all of Twitter blew up about it. So like,
oh no, yeah,
everyone's kind of like, that was completely unnecessary.
Oh,
it was bad. Like it just got brutal. I was seeing all sorts of responses and retweets.
PETA said on the 22nd of February, Steve Irwin was killed while harassing a ray. He dangled his baby while feeding a crocodile and wrestled wild animals who were minding their own business.
Oh, my word.
Today's Google Doodle sends a dangerous fawning message. Wild animals are entitled to be left alone in their natural habitats.
Yeah, so it was in response to the Google Doodle on Steve Irwin's birthday, which is such a well-done doodle. Like, you can see that. Like, that's really well done.
Yeah, and then they doubled down on it. Steve Irwin's actions were not on target with his supposed message of protecting wildlife. A real wildlife expert and someone who respects animals for the individuals they are leaves them to their own business in their natural homes. It is harassment to drag exotic animals, including babies taken from their mothers, around from TV talk shows to conferences and force them to perform as Steve Irwin did. Animals deserve to live as they want to, not as humans demand. The Google Doodle should represent that.
It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. People all over the place were responding to it, saying this is completely unnecessary. Steve Irwin did amazing work, and yeah, of course he did. He's like done phenomenal things for the animal world, and it's sad that a corporation like PETA, that their main like motto is to protect animals. It's sad that they're attacking someone who had like even more of an influence, arguably,
that
than
was
PETA.
the second tweet that they released that month that got turned into a meme. Hang on.
It's just brutal. They just need to think before they post things. Like, people, come on.
Here it is. It was stop using anti-animal language, and
oh yeah.
If you're watching on video, we'll throw it up.
Yeah.
Come on. So instead of saying kill two birds with one stone, say feed two birds with one scone. Instead of be the guinea pig, say be the test tube. Instead of beat a dead horse, say feed a fed horse.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Instead of bring home the bacon, say bring home the bagels. Instead of take the bull by the horns, take the flower by the thorns. And so people memed it.
Yeah, there were all sorts of funny things that people did.
Stop using anti-bee language. Instead of, oh no, a swarm of bees, say, finally, a blessing of bumbles. Instead of, I'm allergic to bee stings, say, I haven't accepted my love for bees yet, and my body reacts accordingly.
That's so clever. I love it. So yeah, that became a big thing. PETA's become more of a meme than an actual corporation that's doing good for the world.
PETA's always been a meme, though.
That's fair, yeah. Like, people have just been like, oh, you approve PETA? PETA? Wow, PETA? It's just brutal. So really, really sad. That's the whole thing. I, of course, think that, no, that was bad. That was a bad thing on their part. Steve Irwin is a great guy and deserves to be recognized for the amazing stuff that he did.
There was, India and Pakistan have started shelling each other. And
oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so I forget. There was a jet that was shot down. I forget if it was an Indian jet that was shot down by, hang on.
Well, that's fun. Pakistan. I love it when people go to war. That's my favorite thing. As you can tell, I'm very all for chaos, of course. Anarchy all the way, clearly. Yeah, definitely don't want anything else.
So there's a lot of conflicting reports, actually, but two Indian jets were shot down. I know that there was at least one pilot that the Pakistanis captured and then returned. And now they're starting to shell each other. I think they've had like two or three. The two countries have been to war like 2 or 3 times in the past 70 years. It's all over the Kashmir territory.
I actually haven't heard anything about this, so this is actually really interesting.
Yeah. So like a lot of people are worried that about another war breaking out between the two of them because they're both now nuclear powers.
Yeah,
so,
that's fair.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. That could start World War III. Woo.
Honestly, though, I think if they started a war, everybody would just be like, okay.
That's fair. They kind of just ignore them and just move on.
We've done it. We've been doing it for 70 years.
Yeah, we've been down that road. So, yeah. Exactly. Well, that's interesting. That's a strange occurrence that I don't want to deal with, you know? Something I do love, though, is the music stuff that we have built into our board here. We just recently got this gorgeous Rode like podcast thing. I think it's called the Rode Podcaster. It's phenomenal, and you get to do things like this, where it's muted. That would be better if I unmuted it. See, they got my joke. They understood me. They got it, and it's gone now. I think Noah's less amused with this than I am, and I just love it.
I'm very unamused. Don't.
That wasn't even a joke. I just wanted to do that. Let me see if I can find the app that I have. So I have this app called Good News Network, and it's great. It just does all these. It just brings up these really good stories and kind of shows the good side of news, while there's so much other stuff going on in the news. So the top story right now is man reunites senior with his pup after standing on a street corner with lost dog sign for 3 hours. That's so sweet. So rather than advertising a yard sale or car wash, this compassionate guy spent his Saturday holding up a sign for a lost dog he found running in and out of traffic. And then 40-year-old Jason first spotted Roxy, the chocolate Labrador, when he was driving back to his home. So he found her, and was calming the dog down, among other things, and brought the puppy back home, and then posted some photos on social media, and then even took her to a vet to see if she was microchipped. All these different things to find out where she came from to return her, but also no avail, sadly. So then, when this all failed, to find Roxy's owner, he did the only other thing he could think to do: grabbed a piece of cardboard, a magic marker, and made a sign. So he just went out and stood on the road and waited for the person to come find them, which is so sweet. And they found the dog, and the dog made it home, and it's so cute. And he just stood there. And there's a photo here from someone on Twitter that he's just standing there with the sign held up on his phone, just because he's been standing there for a while with the dog just right there waiting for someone to come find her. That's so sweet. So good stories, good stuff. I found a super, that's heart-wrenching. Someone taught himself to play the trumpet solely so he could play taps for fallen soldiers. That's amazing. He's also 66, so he learned how to play the trumpet at 66 years old so he could, respect the fallen soldiers that he's, nearby. He's in uniform in this photo, so I assume that he's part of the military. So he was drafted for the Vietnam War, and then decided to use the trumpet and play taps for his fallen brethren, which is so emotional. There's a video about it too. Oh, that's so sweet. I wish I could play the trumpet. I can play the trumpet. I wish I could. This joke is falling flat.
I'm still browsing the news. Do you want me to interact?
I mean, that'd be good. It's more it's entertaining for you people.
Sure.
What else is there? Is there anything else that's important?
I'm looking. Why am I browsing something new?
I just love this system so much. Whoa. Go Noah. Noah's doing a great job, everybody. We're all applauding. And it's gone now. What's this one? I don't remember what this one is. That's right. Let's flash back for a moment to some time in the past. Welcome to the past.
Oh my gosh.
I just love this system, man. It's just so much fun to have some way to actually do this stuff. It's great. I love it. So I wanted to update you people on the status with the video that's already amassed over 250,000 views. To 273,000 views, 120, or not 107.
I don't even have that many views on my channel.
1,289 comments, all of which I have read through, by the way. It's brutal. It's insane. There's way too many comments, way too many views for me. I feel immensely blessed, first of all. But also, I feel confused, and I don't know what to do with 649 subscribers.
You've read all of them?
Every single
You have
comment.
way too much time on your hands.
Well, also, I just, update it every once in a while, and I'll, check it. I'll just, check it once. I'll check it before bed. I'll check it when I wake up. I just do it, a few times a day.
How do you have so much time?
I don't have so much time. It's quick. I just, scan through them.
But then you do this, you do work, you do school.
Yeah, I don't play video games, or I don't do a lot of other things. I kind of am a little bit of a workaholic. I do just a lot of work all the time, I've tried to, one of the biggest things that I've tried to do in the past is weed out all the distractions, the main distractions in my life. And one of which is still YouTube. I still watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I need to kind of even take that out more. And I'm intentional with my time, and I'm intentional with taking those things out. And I think it's worked out pretty well.
Meanwhile, I'm over here and blew all of high school on Destiny 1.
That's fair.
2,000 hours in 4 years, folks.
Jeez, that's crazy. How do you have so much time?
I don't.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
I should not have spent all 2,000 of those hours playing Destiny.
That's totally fair. The other thing I do, though, is I wake up at 9 every day. Or no, I don't wake up at 9. I have classes at 9. I wake up at 8 every day. so that I have, or like weekends I'll sleep in, and like Fridays I don't have a class early in the morning, so I'll just like.
What do you mean by sleep in?
Till like 10. That's sleeping in for me. It's like 2 extra hours.
Sleeping in for me is like 2 or 3.
Well, yeah, that's 2 hours. That's like that's 2 more hours than normal.
PM.
Okay, I thought you meant hours. You're right. You sleep. But see, I want to get stuff done. Like it's just part of it. Like I just want to do things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I love feel like at the end of the day feeling like yes, I did something. I got something done. I feel like I feel like I've achieved something. Like yeah, I just love that. You know. Oh, look at that! Like that's nice. Yeah, I usually I'll wake up at like 10 on weekends and Fridays, and Sunday I'll go to church and stuff. Most of the rest of the day is either working on homework, sitting and watching YouTube, or working on things, like working on YouTube videos.
Do you need more things to do?
I mean, no.
Do you want to do my homework for me?
I don't think I have time for that. I have time for my own homework. I'll usually stay up till 1 in the morning. Time. Because usually during the day I work on my like YouTube videos and I'll work on like some random homework stuff sometimes, or just sit do nothing and take breaks between classes. And then at night, like after 9, I'll start working on homework, and then I'll just kind of finish at 1 usually and go to bed at 1, and then wake up at 8 and just start the cycle over again. And I think it's working out pretty well. Like I feel pretty good. So yeah. You know, it's a good schedule. I could be getting more sleep, but I think it's working out well, and I think I've been getting a lot of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Sleep is for the weak. Who needs sleep? Not me.
If you've ever slept before, you're weak.
Yeah, all of you. You're all weak. I also sleep, so I'm weak, but you're all weak. Why am I calling our fans the weak ones?
And before loses all subscribers.
Yeah. This video is going to cause me to lose all of you. I'm going to go from 650 to 2. Hey. That was funny, Noah. Funny joke. It was a funny joke.
This is such a long laugh track.
It is. It just keeps going. Even people like at the end are like dying from their laughter, and you couldn't have cut it sooner? People? Hello?
Nope.
You know? It's fine. It's whatever. It's the government.
Seriously, you just made an excuse to...
I love that one, though.
People laughing. It's the government.
Yep.
You know what else was the government?
What?
9/11.
I knew exactly where you were going with that one.
No, but for real.
I mean, that's a whole controversy that we could totally get into.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right.
Tell me about it. I'm ready.
All right. There was, besides the attack on the Twin Towers and the Pentagon, and there was the plane that crashed in that field that was supposed to go for the White House, there was also World Trade Center Building 7. And that entire building collapsed, just fell to the ground. Nothing left. They say it was a fire, but...
Right, I heard about this.
But every other building fire of a similar building, like with the same steel and all that, there was still structure left.
Interesting.
There was absolutely nothing left of this building. The only way the building could have been so absolutely destroyed was through the use of explosives. They found the same explosive traces at the site of Building 7 that they found at the site of the World Trade Center buildings, or the Twin Towers, I guess, since they're all World Trade Center buildings. But
that's really interesting. I guess that kind of makes sense. I, of course, am not drawing any conclusions because I have no idea, but that is really interesting.
There was also a perfectly preserved passport from Saudi Arabia just found on the street outside the towers, perfectly preserved.
Wow.
It just, it must have fallen out of the airplane.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And it also probably didn't help that the people that were accused of hijacking the plane were still alive in Saudi Arabia.
That is really weird.
They're actually currently suing the U.S. government for defamation.
Wow.
I'm a big conspiracy.
I
don't believe all of them. Like
Right.
I'm not like, oh, there was a second shooter for JFK. There might have been. We'll never know.
Yeah. Jeez.
I don't believe Sandy Hook was staged. I'm not Alex Jones.
We can't use his name or we'll get banned off of YouTube. That's a lie.
There are actually chemicals that waste chemicals that can change the genders of frogs.
Oh my gosh.
So
that actually works.
They are actually putting chemicals in the waters that are turning the frogs gay. Yes.
It's so funny.
But really the big conspiracy that it's just so obvious that that we had something to do with it was 9/11. There's absolutely no way that we didn't have something to do with that or that people didn't know. The Pentagon, they were investigating the disappearance of like $3 billion. Maybe it was it was a lot of money.
Jeez.
And the ground zero of where the plane struck the Pentagon was the same office where they were conducting the investigation and had all of the research and all of that on that missing money.
Interesting.
There was also the
so
fact
weird.
that like just months before the Twin Towers were attacked, the owner of the Twin Towers bought terrorist attack insurance.
Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. That's super weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it could still be a coincidence, of course, but at the same time, it's like, that's super suspicious.
I mean, I think the most damning piece of evidence is the fact that they found thermite traces.
Yeah, that's fair.
And, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. It's a meme, but it's true.
Yeah, that is a fact, I guess. Yeah. Jeez. That's insane. Like, that kind of stuff, that intrigues me. But at the same time, it's like, it's still a horrible tragedy. It's terrible, and people dying, and just it's not, it's definitely still a huge, like, of course, controversy, but just a sad event in general.
Yeah, definitely.
And like,
my mom's best friend's, I think it was brother, was there when that all happened. One of my closest friends, his uncle was there.
Wow, that's insane. I've always heard that around those times that like people knew exactly where they were when they heard what happened, and like even talking to my mom about it, like I think she even knew exactly where she was. I don't remember what it was, but like the fact that she knew where she was is just insane.
I would have been almost 2 at the time that happened.
Same.
And I was going through one day my mom's old blog looking for pictures of me because I got bored. And she said that the reason they turned off the news was because I was making airplane noises and flying my hand into my arm.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Making explosion noises. And
right. I mean, you didn't know better.
2-year-old me didn't know better.
Yeah. But it's still like, whoa.
2-year-old me loved explosions as much as 19-year-old me.
That's fair. Yeah. Gosh. That's crazy. Controversies is all around.
It's probably where my dark sense of humor comes from.
I mean, probably. Things like that in our childhood. That does that. It does that to us.
I don't like the... There we go. I just trying
the
to
framing and stuff. Yeah.
It's awful.
It's rough. There's not much we can do about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well. That's okay. Eventually, we're going to get better cameras in here and better lighting, hopefully, and it'll sound better. Well, it won't sound better because this is the best it'll sound because it sounds
It'll
great.
look better, yeah.
It'll look better. It'll be nicer.
Yeah. I don't know who you are
or where you came from,
but I will find you.
I don't even know the line. I haven't even seen the movie.
Me either.
I don't even know the line.
I just know the meme, yeah.
Yeah. I just know Batman. Rachel.
God.
The voice. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, we watched it. We watched it the other day.
You're right. Yeah, we did see that the other night, didn't we? That was what we saw. Huh. That's a good movie.
Aren't they all on Netflix?
I think.
Claire was wanting to watch a movie tonight. We should.
Yeah, and we're going to, I think so. I don't know what we're going to choose, but I think it's probably up to Emily because she likes to choose the movies. I mean, she's the one with like a better knowledge of the movies. I mean, she's
not the film student.
I know, yeah.
She's the one who always picks our movies.
She's the one, but
as opposed
she's
to
like,
the 2 film students.
Yeah, exactly. But like, she's the one that like knows the good storylines, and like she knows what she's looking for, and she like wants specifically certain storylines. And I think that's good because then we get the good storylines. So it's like cool. Because I'm not that great at like choosing the storylines as much. I'm good at like analyzing the movie and like seeing it and like picking it apart, but like knowing the story and like
Black Panther.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that didn't win an Oscar. Honestly,
I still would have eaten the sock.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so our intro to cinema class, we had to vote on what we think would win the Oscars.
Yep.
And it's my personal opinion that there's been all this hate previously about the Academy Awards and they're being super biased towards
lots of controversy
people of
behind
color.
it,
And it's my personal opinion that the only reason Black Panther was nominated was because they didn't want to be attacked. It was a good movie.
It was for sure enjoyed watching it.
It just felt like a generic superhero movie, and I didn't like it as part of the Marvel universe.
There wasn't a lot more special about it other than the cast being primarily African American, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons they chose that movie. I think. Because of that diversity factor, which is good. I'm glad they're incorporating diversity. That's great.
That's not diverse though. If you want diversity, look at Aquaman. You've got
that's true. That's a good point.
An Indonesian man. You've got Hispanic. You've got white. You've got women. You've got African Americans. Aquaman had a truly diverse cast.
Yeah.
Black Panther basically did what most movies nowadays do, and they just flipped it. So instead of having like all white people and just like 2 or 3 black people, it's all black people and 2 or 3 white people.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not diverse.
Right.
I'm going to get flamed by anybody who's left-leaning in your comments, but
that's fair, yeah.
It's the truth. That's
You're
not
right.
what diversity is.
You're so right, because diversity is multiple, like ethnicities all around. Like just having all of those different things, that's good. Like here at school, we have diversity. Like we have
definitely.
lots of, we have a lot of Hispanic. But I think that's, lots of Hispanic, lots of Caucasian,
it's
a good amount of African American.
The school is still primarily white.
Yes, of course. But I think that just kind of comes from being in Arkansas. Like we're farther away. We're kind of.
But I mean, Siloam, a third of the population of Siloam is Hispanic.
That's fair. That's a good point. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. Diversity is an interesting conversation.
Yeah,
because there's no full definition. I don't think.
Well, I mean, sort of, but it's not like you need to have this percentage or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's not a decent mix, like if it's skewed, I would say it's not diverse. Like,
fair.
Aquaman, obviously there was more white people. That's just because there's more white actors, but it had so many non-white actors that I would still call it diverse.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep.
I mean, you had like an entire army of crab people and fish people. So.
That's diversity, right?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. They totally count, right? Aquaman was a pretty good movie. I did enjoy that.
It was there were a lot of people who was like, oh, it was so long and so plot heavy. It was still good. Although I went in with my expectations that's so low after Batman versus Superman. That was the last DC movie. Well, no, I had seen Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was good.
Yes, I loved Wonder Woman. That was good.
Personally, I was like, okay, Wonder Woman was a fluke. There's no way every other DC movie is going to be this good.
Yeah.
And then Aquaman came out.
I was
But there was
surprised.
Justice League in between that, and I didn't even bother seeing that. I heard it was awful.
Yeah, no. I think I saw that. I don't remember. I'd have to ask my brothers. They would know better than I am.
The most recent Man of Steel was okay.
I didn't actually see that one, I don't think.
The last one with Henry Cavill. I don't
remember.
The dude who's playing Geralt in The Witcher on Netflix now.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
However you
I don't know.
His name. It's not out yet, but.
Yeah. But I don't think I saw that one. But I do remember that my brother and I, when we went to the theater, we were just both pleasantly surprised with how Aquaman turned out. And it was good. Like it had a solid storyline, had some legit fighting, mechanic, the whole stuff with the freaking tridents. That was so cool. I love that.
Personally, I enjoyed Bumblebee more, but that's because I'm a huge Transformers nerd.
Fair. Yeah, that's a good point.
Massive Transformers
I haven't seen that. It looked really, really good.
You haven't seen it?
No, but see, like, I don't see a lot of movies. I haven't seen a lot of movies recently, at least.
As soon as that comes out, we're all watching it.
Yes. Oh, I'm so down. I'd love to.
Did Emily ever see it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because she really wanted to see that.
Yeah. That would be awesome. I would love to see that one. That'd be really fun. Yeah, it looked so good in the trailers, too.
It was so good.
Oh. Like, it looked like it had a full-on, like, really good storyline.
It really did.
Like, good character development even with Bumblebee himself, like, being a car. Like, I thought that was amazing. That's so cool. So, yeah, that's good. That'll be good. That'll be really cool.
It really drew heavily from the old G1, or Gen 1 G1 is what we call the original cartoon.
Fair. But I think that's good, because they're sticking to the roots, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's better that they're doing that instead of like completely remaking everything and just revamping. It's just I don't like it when they do that. Although one revamp I did like of just an old movie was the Murder on the Orient Express. You saw the new one, right?
Nope.
No? That is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's got a star-studded cast, amazing storyline, lots of depth with the characters. Just it throws your suspicions all around throughout the entire thing. It's a murder mystery, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
Like, it's phenomenal. Honestly, I haven't seen the first one, but that one was, like, amazing. And it was based on a book, and the woman that wrote all of them, I don't remember who it was.
What is a
She wrote all of them.
movie that you would like to see remade, and why?
Ooh. You know.
Can't
remade.
Has to be at least 15 years old.
Yeah. You know, I have always thought about, like, the idea of doing, like, a full-on Snow White remake from the original, like, animated thing. Because they've done, you know, Beauty and the Beast and, like, those things, and they've done really well with them. And I think they're very well done. Like, just gorgeous editing, gorgeous cinematography. Everything is just amazing. And so I think, just, like, going back to those ones, like, getting is there a Sleeping Beauty one? Is there a new Sleeping Beauty that they made? Because that'd be a good one, too.
You mean, like, live action?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Didn't they already do Snow White, though?
I don't know. I think they've incorporated Snow White into a lot of things.
I thought Snow White was the first one they did, because that was like their first animated picture, wasn't it?
I don't know. I'm
pretty sure Snow
White.
I
legitimately don't know. Let me look it up real quick.
Anyways,
yeah.
My personal pick would probably have to be Casablanca.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie that definitely could do a remake. I think that storyline is so good. They could do anything with that.
At the same time, I don't want them to, because, you know,
because the original is so good.
It's so good. It'd be very, very hard.
Yeah.
I think. Let's see.
It looks actually. There's a 1950. Is this a 1955 version? This is 1955 live action. Whoo boy, that's that's not great.
Oh, that's awful. Yeah.
So yeah, if they do like there's a 2019 concept trailer. It's just a bunch of B-roll, I guess.
Yeah, that's just all B-roll.
Yeah, so it's not. Oh, actually, hello. There's a little bit of character stuff. Interesting. So that's not an official trailer, but I think they could do it. Like, they could definitely get something. So that would be a good one to remake, I think. But yeah, I agree with you with the Casablanca, because that's such a great movie by itself that they could they could make a good story remake while potentially still preserving the original. They could even do a second movie, like which is just, you know,
no,
follow up.
I wouldn't want to see a sequel.
Okay, all right, fair.
Who would you cast in that?
Oh, that's a great question.
For the I guess the four main roles. There's Rick, there's Ilsa, there's Laszlo, and then I would say I forget.
Although,
the piano player, and then the constable, inspector, or whatever you want to call him.
Gosh. Yeah, I guess you're right. Because those guys they're so well casted.
I'd say Laszlo, Rick, and Ilsa. Who would you cast for each of those?
Gosh. Because with Rick, you have to. Ooh, that's difficult.
With Ilsa, you pretty much just need like a pretty face. But
yeah, she would be decent. Yeah, I mean, you probably want to
someone with good acting skills.
Yeah, someone that can really show some depth, because that character definitely needs a lot of depth to it.
Personally, I might pick Scarlett Johansson for Ilsa.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. She could do that.
I think.
Gosh, because with both Rick and Laszlo, like Laszlo has so many layers to his character. Like you like, I mean, they show the layers at the same time, but it's like you just see all these different things. And then Rick is just such a particular kind of person.
Yes.
You know? So Rick's someone that could be like, easily the head of, the whatever place he's running. And then, yeah, gosh. That's really difficult. I don't know if there's a really perfect actor for
the
that.
thing is, I'm thinking through different people, and they're either like, you don't want someone too charismatic.
He needs to kind of be toned down.
But at the same time, you want someone who's kind of charismatic.
Yeah, for sure.
I
was thinking you could do something
he's
like...
more of a voice actor, though.
Do something like Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, he might work,
He could be pretty good at that.
Yeah. Now that you say that.
Yeah, he would be pretty decent at that. Thinking about it, thinking through it, he could do it.
Maybe Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay, yeah.
For Rick. Although I could also see Cumberbatch as Laszlo.
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking, is he would be pretty good for that. Sorry, my microphone is like unscrewing. Yeah, he could be good at that. Those two people, those would be, I think that'd be pretty good. Yeah.
I'm still not, I still think that Robert Downey Jr. might be a little too charismatic for that part.
Fair. Although he, like with Holmes and stuff.
True.
Like he pulls off some pretty good stuff in those. Mm-hmm. He could probably do it. I think he's got enough, like of a range of acting skills that he could probably pull it off pretty well.
Who else could play it though?
Gosh, there's not many people with that kind of a personality that would easily be able to step into that role.
Trying
to think through larger movies. Gosh.
Instead of just Marvel.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Maybe Harrison Ford?
Maybe. I think he's getting too old. Point, but
I mean, he was in that Amazon commercial.
Yeah, but like that's an easier role for him. True. He's starting to get to a point where he just doesn't want to do as much acting. And I think that's the biggest thing, is because he didn't want to do any more Star Wars, and that's why they killed off his character. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert. And then he doesn't he wants to do
Snape kills Dumbledore.
It's a different movie. Different movie.
That's like the most famous spoiler ever.
Well, yeah, but it's still a different movie. Yeah, but Harrison Ford he does want to do more Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So that would be cool if he did that. But yeah, he might be able to if it was still like his younger days. I think younger Harrison Ford could probably pull it off.
Yeah.
Him now, I think he's just too old.
Yeah, true. Especially for Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
that'd just be kind of creepy.
Yeah. It's a little bit makes me uncomfortable. Who was the guy that played the new Han Solo? I still haven't seen that movie either.
Oh, that was okay.
Yeah, I've heard it's good as like a tone.
He might fit.
Yeah.
He
could do something.
I think it's better as a sci-fi movie.
Fair.
It's still a good Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as Rogue One.
Okay, I love Rogue One.
It was better than The Last Jedi, though.
Okay, that's fair.
That's not hard to do, though.
Yeah, it's not too difficult to beat that.
Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
All right, but if you had to pick a live-action movie to remake.
Live-action movie to remake. Gosh, I haven't... You know what'd be fun is a new CGI version of Hellboy. Did you see the first ones? Or the first Hellboy stuff?
You're joking, right?
No, that's a legit thing. Like, I want like a full-on, like actually intense action movie version with great CGI version of Hellboy.
So you mean the one we're getting later this year?
Oh, is that actually a thing?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
That's why I asked. I think it's later this year.
You're great.
You've got your computer open.
I do.
Check.
Yeah.
When does the new Hellboy come out?
April?
Is it this April?
Yeah, April 12th. Wow.
We should all go see that.
I did not even realize that was going to be a thing. How did I not know that was going to be a thing?
I want to see a new Hellboy.
Of course it's already a new thing.
Little over a month.
I'm an
just
idiot.
Barely a month away from...
How have I not seen any trailers for that?
With all this amount of time you spend on YouTube, I have no idea.
That's like almost impressive that I've somehow avoided it. Like accidentally avoided it. I am impressed with myself. I'm embarrassed. Wow. Okay. Well, with that, I think we should probably wrap it up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave the likes. Enjoy it. Yeah. Hopefully you can hear more of the podcast in the future. We're going to hopefully record more episodes of this. And at some point, I'm going to keep bringing people onto the podcast. Tell me what you think of it. And we'll see you in the next one, whenever that may be. Bye.